Hello, my friends. Welcome to another story with Teacher Kira. Today I'm going to read to you Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll by Miletsky and illustrated by Erin Wozniak.
Check out all those R's.
So many R's, and we did a little rolling activity with you today, so we thought this was fitting. Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll. R, R, R. We love this story. Oh, look how sad Ricky is. I wonder why he's so sad. Do you think it's because he can't roll? Let's see. Over the lake and out past the bay was a green grassy hill where the rocks came to play. They would race to the top to take in the view, then roll their way down, the way rocks love to do. Look how much fun they're having. There were Kip, Pip, and Chester, and Marvin the Boulder. Ignatius played too, though he was much older. And a group called the Pebbles never sat still, zigzagging their way up and over the hill. They're called the Pebbles. Kai was a meteorite and not from this planet, and Maya was lava, but taken for granted. Stu was the smart one, Parker the clown, and grumpy old Ebert rolled around with a frown. Gabby was sassy, Leslie had flair, Emma was giggly, and Hud had black hair. Parker says, "How do you make a tissue dance?" "Seriously?" "You put a little boogie in it." But the one trait that seemed to be shared by them all was that every rock there was shaped like a ball. And because they were round, they could easily roll through the grass, past the lake, and up over the knoll. Except for poor Ricky, who quietly sat. You see, Ricky couldn't roll because one side was flat. What part of this is supposed to be fun? His friends didn't get it. "Come roll," they would chant. So Ricky tried, but replied, "I'm sorry, I can't." Oh, look, his little friend's trying to push him. But the rocks were determined. They were sure they could solve Ricky's flat-sided problem and help him revolve. So Marvin the Boulder, with his impressive physique, carried Rick all the way up to the hill's grassy peak. Then he pushed him downhill, yelling, "Keep rolling, kid!" But Ricky didn't roll, he just kind of slid. "This feels like a bad idea." Well, the rocks weren't done, not by a mile. Surely this next trick would get Rick to smile. They stuck rubber balls all over Rick, using big globs of glue to get them to stick. They were proud of themselves. "This will work," they announced. But Ricky still couldn't roll. Now he just sort of bounced. "No good, no good, no good." Well, they pushed and they pulled, trying every which way to get Rick to roll. But by the end of the day, nothing had worked just like Rick expected. And he ended up feeling depressed and dejected. "It's no use," Ricky sighed. "There just isn't a way. So I'll sit off to the side and I'll watch you all play." But his friends wouldn't quit. "We're here for you, brother, and we'll get you to roll one way or another." So they pondered and thought, each straining his brain, till they looked up and saw it was starting to rain. That's when it hit the smart stone named Stu. "Eureka!" he shouted. "I know just what to do." He explained to them how they would get Rick to tumble. "My plan is pure genius." Stu wasn't too humble. What do you think his idea is? Does anybody know? So they carried our hero down the road about a mile to the lake where they gathered up mud they could pile on the flat side of Rick, creating a mound that they shaped, smoothed, and sculpted until it was round. Look at that. Then after the rain, with the sun in the sky, they left him to bake till the mud was all dry. They gathered up vines and one colorful feather that they wrapped all around Rick to keep it together. Does anyone have a towel? Look, is he round now? Does he have a flat side anymore? He doesn't. Let's see if this will work. When the last knot was tied and the work was all done, the only step left was for Rick to have fun. They stood back and watched, feeling nervous and tense, as Rick breathed in deep with increasing suspense. He moved slowly at first, testing out his new mold, and then, for the first time, are you ready? Ricky the Rock rolled! Oh, look how happy he is. So Bria the ladybug, who'd been there from the start, felt a surge of pure joy swell up in her heart. She thought as she watched her friends play on the hill that there's always a way if there's also a will. And she said to herself as Ricky rolled down the slope, when you're surrounded by love, you always have hope. The end. I hope you liked that one. I love that one. Goodbye. Have a great day.